What up, fam? It's your boy. It's time to hang out and chill out and do our thing once again. Afro Tech Nation, we welcome you back again. But let's begin and do what we do, because I come for you and the crew. But you know where we start at. Pull up, boom it. What it is, fam, it's your boy T3 Geek Town. Let's get down for the clown. But before we do that, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, come talk to your boy. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Yes, I will get to your questions in a minute. But until then, my friends, let's go ahead and get this party started. Yo, let's let this party begin. So, two things we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Arcane and we're going to talk about Dandadan. Yes, two breakups, two factions, two aspects of the game. What were the thoughts and reviews? We're not going to go into full breakdowns, but just all around goodness or badness of the show, depending on what you want to say. So let's start with Arcane and this scene right here.
You fought well, child. Has no mercy.
Okay, fam, check this out. Arcane was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every moment of it. Now, did I like season 2 as much as I liked season 1? No. Why? Because I felt like there was more story in season 1 there was in season 2. Episode 7 is really where Arcane starts popping off. The first 6 episodes are really just to catch you up with Vi and her sister Jinx and what happened after she done killed the family and the emotional breakout and the trauma of it all, to really get you a focus of what's happening in that city. Now, we already knew going into this that they were going to go into deeper aspects of Arcane. They were not going to continue the stories of the two sisters because something traumatic was going to happen. And yes, spoiler alert, yes, Jinx ends up dying and sacrificing herself to save her sister and her father, who had been turned into a beast. But episode 7 is the real kickoff. It's the extension of Arcane. It is the essence in which it goes deeper into the plot of the story, where you get to meet more of what Arcane is because of the power level that is going to be and the fight that goes in between and the struggles that come up and go about it. You have that African warrior queen who is out to try to get all power at all costs. You have the daughter who learns that she is a mage, a very powerful mage, and uses her powers not only to defeat the mages that were trying to recruit her, but her mother at the same time. You also get the two Victor and Chase, I want to say his name is. If not, it will show up at the top of the screen, because you know me and names, we are absolutely terrible. But anyway, with everything that's going on between those two scientists that kicked in, my man Echo, yo, he had a phenomenal part when he goes back, because you get a moment to where he goes back and sees what the world would look like if the Arcane never existed and if the technology to make the things that they did never came about, which means Jinx never became, which means Vi died early, protecting them from the fallout that was going to happen. Jinx and Echo became a thing. They were lovers entwined. The dad, the parents and all that would have been changed. How they would have been raised, what would have been going on. So you get that piece in there. But then you find out what happens when he goes back and what's going on with the Arcane. Now we're going to follow a couple other characters. They actually have a couple spin-offs to really go into depth into Arcane. If you know, the Arcane really is based on like a video game. So there is so many different aspects to this, but I have to say out of all the Afro picks with this gets 3 Afro picks. Yes, 3 Afro picks. Pardon me. Breakfast was good. 3 Afro picks only because it was a good following, a good show, a good pickup. a good 9 seasons, but I mean, a good 9 episodes, but it really did not fully kick off till episode 7, and where now we move on into Dandadan. Okay, so Dandadan is an anime that I came across by accident. Nobody told me about it. Of course, I'm always flowing through Hulu, flowing through Peacock, flowing through Max, flowing through to see if there's any new anime type shows and stuff like that. Plus, I love anime and I like trying out new things. So I decided to jump into this show, which was 12 episodes. And it was surprisingly crazy. It has a Nickelodeon feel with a lot of adult content to this joint. It has quirky sense of humor, great character development, a great sense of bringing folks together. You're following two main characters, one young man who believes in UFOs and one young lady who does not believe in ghosts at all. Well, UFOs were real and ghosts will turn out to be a thing. But they are also creating other phenomenal characters, supernatural beings that they have to fight along the way, which is turning out that the aliens and the ghosts possibly are the same things. What are these creatures looking for? They're trying to get the genitalia of the other female or male species in this game. By grabbing these things or taking these things, they feel that they can become empowered and learn to reproduce on their own, which is crazy to think about, and the crazy things that this man has to do, or this young man has to do. You meet an aunt along the way who looks like a 24-year-old lady with leggings, shorts, and a wife beater on most of the time, but a very powerful mage on top of that, or witch, or whatever you want to call her, how she's ever looked at, a mystic per se. And you turn out that the young man gets his powers because he gets possessed by one of the ghosts, and he ends up taking and draining their power to do that. And the ghost that he ends up draining ends up her soul going into a stuffed cat that now walks around and talks around to all the people. The young lady, she turns out she is already a mystic. She is already a mage. She is already a witch. She just never unlocked her powers until she met the young man and was almost taken out. And she had to have an emotional breakout for her powers to actually finally come out. Now, what was my disappointment? How this ended. There's no such thing. It's not even a real cliffhanger per se. It's just, okay, here's the ending. Boom. 12 episodes in this drop. We went through all of it. We went through a lot. We went through classmates going through all kind of things in high schools. We went through the aunt becoming someone who captured the young man and trapped him in the house. We went through people trying to kill them, monsters trying to take over things. We seen a lot of different things that go on that was crazy insane. And when I say crazy, I mean there's some stuff you're like, whoa. But at the end of the day, the ending, the season finale was very underwhelming. And that was a little disappointing because I was expecting, after all the talk and stuff I was hearing about how traumatic the ending was, and the ending came and I was like, that's it? You know what I'm saying? So check it out. It's on Hulu. I believe it's also on Netflix. Like I said, adult content, for sure. Just don't sit down with your 14-year-old because they're going to get half the jokes that's in there, because a lot of this stuff is done high school style level. So it's a lot of immaturity kind of a craziness to it, but it's actually pretty fun. It's pretty good to watch. It's entertaining. It's not shock value. It's just like, dang, like y'all really gonna go there? And so that's how it gets down and get off. So check it out. How many Afro picks? As of right now, 2.8. The ending dropped you a lot. You know what I'm saying? The ending kind of just broke you off into a woo, wow. This is what we're doing. Like I know July 2025 this year is supposed to be season 2. So maybe that will bring it up. I do suggest to watch it if you're into something new and you want to find something that doesn't look like every other anime show that's out there. But I'm just saying, when you get to the 12th episode and it goes off, you're going to be sitting there like, yo, yeah. All right, folks, it's time to go down and get down. You know, your man's got a job, so I got to pretend like I like the world for a little bit. But until then, if you see your man's in the streets, hit him with the beats. Hit him with a, what? Say it again. Jingle jangle, baby. Jingle jangle.